What's up everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be giving you guys a new deck profile video post set 10 Dragon Renaissance. This is the Nannaclir deck profile, and this is one of the new ones that I've low-key wanted to do for some time, and I'm glad I finally got my chance to get some of these cards to really do it. Now everything in this video will be set 10, of course, obviously with some generics, and the main goal for this deck is the number of attacks you get this turn, and as long as your units have one who arrived in Paradise in their names, certain skills will activate over time. This deck was also been used and inspired by Ruka Miyako of Team Blackout, well, former Team Blackout from the anime, and she was actually the very first leader of Team Blackout before she moved away after school. So this is one of the few decks that is actually pretty fun. This is more of a meant for a fun deck, but you can make it competitive if you really want to. So, without any further ado, let's jump right into the video and see what we cooked up. Now, as always, I do start with a ride deck, as always, and I do have the energy generator / counter right here, mainly because I use it for dice, and it's just more convenient, just that way. You can also use the EG if you really want to, as you should. The next one we have for the grade 0 is one who arrived in Paradise Leucant. If you went second when this unit is rolled upon, draw one card. Grade 1 we have one who arrived in Paradise Yotil. When this unit is rolled upon by one who arrived in Paradise Noctoran, call this to rear guard and soul charge 1. If your world is Stray Garden, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. So the main goal for this deck is also to get the number of units that you need to create Stray Garden. And then that's when some magical shit's supposed to happen. In grade 2, we have one who arrived in Paradise Noctoran. When this unit is rolled upon by a grade 3 unit with Nannaclir in its card name, you may call this to rear guard. If you call the card, choose up to one card from your drop and put it into your soul. If you did not call a card, draw one card. If your world is Stray Garden, this unit gets boost and plus 5,000 power. So this card right here is very good because it provides you a boost in ability. Now for grade 3, the main boss of the deck is one who guides towards Paradise Nannaclir. During your turn, if you have 3 or more rear guards with one who arrived in Paradise in their card names, your world becomes Stray Garden, and this unit gets triple drive in bold red letters. Now here's an active skill that has a 1 turn only. Energy Blast 3. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck. Choose up to one card from among them and reveal it. Call it to rear guard if it's a unit card, and put it into your hand if it is the A Bloom in Paradise Sid Millie Fleet. Shuffle the deck. If you called a unit with one who arrived in Paradise in its card name, that unit gets 5,000 power until the end of turn. When this unit attacks, counterblast 1, choose one of your rear guards and stand it. Again, with the same ability as the standing rear guard. So, that is a confirmed ride line for this deck here. Okay. Now for the main deck, starting with the grade 0s. I stick with my true 4 heals, 8 crits, 3 fronts, and 1 overtrigger in all my decks because that's the most safest bet for me personally. But you can always put draws in here if you feel more comfortable doing that. Now, since we are going off Ruka's character deck, we might as well just use the cards that she used in the anime. So we have 4 copies of Cheery Support L for heals, 4 copies of Peppery Pepper, and 4 Alanas for our last 8 criticals. I like this one more because at the end of the battle, this unit boosted. Put this unit into your soul, choose one of your units, and it gets 2,000 power into the turn. So I figured that's the best bet. Next we have 3 copies of Tier Knight Rothion, mainly because in this deck we do need some soul for some effects. When this unit is retired from the Guardian Circle, put this card into your soul. So, and you can also play the guard one if you want to, like the Frenzy Heiress one. I might be doing that as well, just to see if we can have a little mix and match party going on here. And of course we have the 1 overtrigger, which is Blessfavor, for our draw 1, choose one unit, gets critical, all your front row gets 10,000 power, and you heal 1 damage if it's equal or more. So that is a trigger of choice right there, and it's why this card here is pretty much the good one at the time. Now it's just one of those 50-cent cards that people can get anytime they want. Now for grade 1s, I'm not using main grade 1s in this deck here. What we are doing is playing 3 more copies of Yotil, because the number of One Who Arrived in Paradise units depends on if you're going to get Stray Garden or not. So 3 more of that, and then we have 2 copies of One Who Arrived in Paradise, FuriFuri Lettuce. Its active skill is to retire this unit. Choose a bloom in Paradise, Ciel Mil Fleet, I think, from your drop, and it gets a skill. This card can be played from drop, and when it is played and put into drop, put it into the bottom of your deck instead until the end of turn. Back row rear guard. 1 turn only. When your unit in the same column as this unit stand by the card's ability, if your world is Stray Garden, stand this unit. Now, you can also play for this card if you really want to, because that standing ability is really damn good, which I might do when I do the next update here. Now, for another card I've been wanting to try for a while in any deck here, is 4 copies of Amicable Maiden Alvina. Amicable Maiden Alvina. When this unit is placed on rear guard from hand other than during the battle phase, Energy Blast 3, and perform one of the following effects. Choose an ordered card without Regulus piece from your drop and put it into your hand. Choose a grade 1 or less unit card from your drop and call to rear guard. Now its normal skill is during your turn. If you have 4 or more units, this unit gets 2,000 power, so it's a 10k basic and a 10k booster, making the deck a little bit more stronger in build. So that is the main normal units. Now for perfect guards, I chose 3 copies of Honeycomb Thyreus, because Ruka played that in the anime, and 1 copy of Elementaria Sanctitude for our last Blitz Order perfect guard, because we are going up against decks not only just for a triple drive, but it's also a perfect guard as well. But the best part about this one is you can play it for free if your opponent's Vanguard is triple drived. And it has to be in keywords too. The downside is it is banished at the end of its use. That's the downside. And that is the grade 1 lineup. Now for grade 2, we are playing 11 grade 2s in this deck here. And I decided to play 3 more copies of Noctoran, because I do like that boosting ability so much, and you know, the deck does require you to have more units with One Who Arrived in Paradise to gain the effects. Next we have 4 copies of One Who Arrived in Paradise, Blessfavor Dragon. When this unit is placed on rear guard other than during the battle phase, counterblast 1. Look at the top 3 cards in your deck, choose up to 1 card with grade less than or equal to your Vanguard from among them, and reveal it. Call to rear guard if it is a unit card, and put it into your hand if it is the Bloom in Paradise Seemingly Fleet. Shuffle the deck. If your world is Stray Garden, look at 7 cards instead of 3. When this unit attacks, if your world is Stray Garden, Soul Blast 1, and this unit gets 10,000 power into that battle. So, 4 of those, and then 4 copies of One Who Arrived in Paradise Weasling. This one has a rear guard and guardian ability. And it all comes down to Stray Garden, period. If you have grade 3 Vanguard with Nannaclir in its card name and your world is Stray Garden, this unit gets 5,000 power. If you have a grade 3 Vanguard with Nannaclir in its card name and your world is not Stray Garden, this unit gets 5,000 to the shield. At the end of your turn, if your world is Stray Garden, put this unit into your soul and draw 1 card. So, 4 of those. And this is the best so far I can do. But yeah, that is my grade 2 lineup. And now for grade 3. I am playing 3 more copies of Nannaclir just for the persona riding ability. And then I'm also trying out a different card that we are very familiar with from Flagberg. This is 3 copies of Blue Artillery Dragon Inlet Pulse. At the end of battle, this unit attacked a grade 3 or greater Vanguard. If it was the first battle of this turn near your Vanguard's flagburg, Soul Blast won't extend this unit, so we're not playing flagburg, so we don't count that. At the end of your turn, if the total number of attacks this turn is 4 or more, put this unit into your soul and draw 1 card. Now, you're more than welcome to play a full playset of this guy if you really want to, depending on the number of attacks you do. But I'm only playing 3 because it's a sample. Next, we have a normal card here. This is the Ablumen Paradise Seemingly Fleet. Play this if you have Vanguard with Nannaclir in its card name. Perform one of the following effects. Choose a card with 1 who arrived in Paradise in its card name from your drop and call the rear guard. Choose one of your rear guard units with 1 who arrived in Paradise in its card name, and to the end of the turn it gets this skill, a 1 turn only. When this unit stands, if your world is straight garden, this unit gets +1 critical into the turn, and 5,000 power. When this card is revealed from deck and put it into your hand by the ability of your Vanguard with Paradise in its card name, reveal this card from hand and draw 1 card. So 4 of those. Pretty simple and pretty standard. Overall, this deck is really much like a fun one, and I cannot wait to play it in tournaments. But that is it for the deck profile video of Nannaclir. I hope you guys did like to watch this, very much so. And as always, you guys are more than welcome to comment down below and let me know what you think about this, and if it's good, it's bad, just for fun and whatnot. And yeah. And as always, you guys, there'll be a full deck list in the box down below. And if you guys like the content I do create on my channel, please subscribe, comment down below, thumbs up for this channel, and as always, there'll be a full list in the box down below. And I'll see you guys next video. And as always, I've been your host, Siren Frost, signing out.